This is Mkhulu Nsingiza.
You know the concept that Jesus never existed. He was created by Constantine, 352, AD, at the Council of Nicaea.
And Mkhulu Nsingiza has one problem.
Umuntu that came up with the concept, Constantine. Constantine then commissioned Michelangelo to draw up a figure that will fit its description there. I show you funny figure so. So it is an artistic expression.
He's a liar. And on this following episode, we are gonna address some of the lies that he's been telling over the past years, right? Now, this video, I think, is from 2 years ago. It was in an interview on Unpopular Opinion with Ntsiki Mazwai. So please do the usual. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe. Let the channel grow. And yeah, and when you like, this video gets recommended by the YouTube algorithm. So you might be wanting to be part of the mission to share the gospel, to make sure that people hear the truth. Make sure that you like. That's you sharing. When you like, these videos are being pushed and more people get to hear the truth. And let's get on with it.
The level of your mercy is amazing, unending. Since I met you, Lord, all your loss I'm amending. Following your steps and your way, I'm defending.
You know the concept that Jesus never existed. He was created by Constantine, 352, AD, at the Council of Nicaea.
A whole bunch of misinformation right there. Some of the people even call this the Great Awakening. But by the looks of things, everybody is going fast asleep. Firstly, this guy is a liar. Everything he just mentioned is a lie and it's historically inaccurate, lying through his teeth. And a lot of people are like this. A lot of people are clapping hands for him. I was in the comment section and they were like, yeah, we're going back to our roots and whatnot. But the information he's giving you is a lie.
He was created by Constantine, 352 AD, at the Council of Nicaea.
So he says that in 352 AD, Constantine created Jesus Christ at the Council of Nicaea. And that's false. Starting with the date,
352 AD.
When did the Council of Nicaea take place, or the Nicene Creed? The Nicene Creed, or the Council of Nicaea, took place in 325 AD, not 352. And the person who commissioned the Council of Nicaea was Constantine, yes. But why was he commissioning the Council of Nicaea? Was it to create Christ? Was it to create a figure called Jesus Christ? No. But the reason he commissioned the Council of Nicaea was to resolve the Arianism controversy that was going on, which actually taught that Jesus Christ was a created being and not a divine being. So when the Council of Nicaea took place, Jesus Christ was already a known figure. He was already a historical person who lived in this world.
Umuntu that came up with the concept, Constantine. Constantine then commissioned Michelangelo to draw up a figure that will fit its description there. I show you funny figure so. So it is an artistic expression.
So you mean to tell me that Constantine resurrected from his grave and then went to Michelangelo and told Michelangelo that, listen, I want you to draw a Jesus Christ for me.
Constantine then commissioned Michelangelo to draw up a figure that will fit its description there. I show you funny figure so.
Constantine died in 337 CE. In fact, Constantine lived in the 300s, right? And then centuries later, Michelangelo is born. Michelangelo was born in 1475. That's centuries apart.
He was created by Constantine, 352 AD, at the Council of Nicaea. Constantine then commissioned Michelangelo to draw up a figure.
When the Council of Nicaea took place, Michelangelo was not even born. It might even be possible that his parents were not even born. Now, you as a person who consume things from these people, what do you have to say about that? Yes, they are here telling you about African spirituality, but if they are going to lie about something that they do not believe in or about something that they are against, do you feel it in you that these people can give you the truth about African spirituality? They are simply lying about historical facts. So you want to tell me that these are the kinds of people that you believe that they are going to lead you to a correct spiritual path? It's even worse when you continue watching the interview. There's one part I still want us to cover. It's even worse when you watch the rest of the interview because he's bluntly lying to you. So you cannot tell me that there's no agenda against Christianity in this world today. I can't say this country, but this world today. And to Africans, they just present to you this thing they call African spirituality. The fact that there's location, we have a problem there.
They were moving people from nature.
Yes.
So that abantu now, they must sithandaze physicality. The only creator on earth is the sun. Let me tell you, Gonjan. I said to you, the sun burns, carbon,
Yes.
to create hydrogen. When DNA yako is bonded by the same hydrogen. So as long as the sun is there, we are pila. Do you understand? So, and as long as the sun is there and the moon, there's life on earth. Ilwane, yonke lento le, because of that. So, akekho omunye umuntu mele akumelanga ukholelwe on anything that is physical.
So as a kid, I used to study a lot of conspiracy theories. I used to study a lot of things about Illuminati, Luciferians, Skull and Bones, the Freemasons, and if you're into conspiracy theories, you know about those things, right? And there's one thing that I've studied over the years, and this was sun worship. And I'm gonna read you what it really means, right? Because it sounds like what he's saying. What he's talking about is sun worship. So here's the definition, right? Sun worship is the veneration of the sun as a god. A religious practice. I want you to notice something. They like saying that Christians are religious, but sun worship is a religious practice. But let's carry on. A religious practice in many societies. It was notably in ancient Egypt, where the sun god Ra was the highest of the gods. The sun was regarded as the source of life and light. The reason the sun was being worshipped in ancient Egypt that time, it was because of there was the sun god who is called Ra. Now, Ra had something to do with the moon and the sun, I think so. And because it's been a while since I've studied those things, I've never read about them in a minute, right? So Ra was that guy who I think he had something to do with the sun and the moon. Now they believe that because of the sun gives light, it also gives what? Life, right? So when they were worshipping the sun, they were automatically worshipping who? Ra. Now, where does Ra comes from? It comes from Egyptian mythology. And if you've watched one of our videos, you'll remember that this is what I said about Egyptian mythology.
The story of Christ was adapted from the story of Heru.
But now it's also important to understand what we mean when we talk about a mythology, because definitions are important. A mythology is a collection of myths. Now, what is a myth? Myths are stories based on a tradition. Some may have factual origins, while others are completely fiction. As far as I know, the story of Horus, it is not historically true. There's a huge possibility that it never occurred. In other words, you are willing to leave something that has a historical backup and historical proof and historical evidence over a mythology. So, if you believe in Egyptian mythology, there's a possibility that you are believing in something that does not even exist. Some of these gods and stories never walked the earth. There is no historical evidence. They never historically existed. Now, these people are taking you away from where God wants you. And then they're like, nah, this is an African way to do things. The truth is, it's not an African way to do things. That's a demonic way to do things. And they will do anything in their power to continue making you walk away from Christ. But now, how do you say this?
They were moving people from nature.
Yes.
So that abantu now, they must sithandaze physicality. Akumelanga ukholelwe on anything that is physical.
And then still come back and say that we should worship a physical object like the sun. Okay, my question is one. Do these people sit down and listen to themselves when they speak? I mean, we all know what physical means, right? A physical thing is something that we can all see. Who does not see the sun? That's a physical object. But now it's like, no, do not worship physicality. Worship the sun. Did you take me away from physicality and bring me back to physicality? You did nothing. But I just wanted to show you that these people are liars. These people do not know what they're talking about. And what makes them look like they have voices and they are confident about what they're saying is because of they're in platforms where nobody can challenge what they are saying. People call this the Great Awakening, but at this rate, people are fast asleep. You are at a point where you are even dreaming. We do not worship creation. It is said in the book of Genesis that we were given dominion over everything. If you read in the book of Genesis, you'll realize that Adam was the one who even named animals to show that he was given authority over everything. But now you want to come and take those things and make them God over you. These things are creation. You are also creation. How can creation worship creation? Why are you not worshiping the Creator? The Son is not the Creator. That's just delusion. Christ comes, gives you an easy way to worship the Creator. You do not want the easy way. You want the way that will lead you to hell. The way that will open demonic portals in your home. That's the one that you want. Because of you're an African. Being an African does not mean that you should allow demonic practices in your life. But it's okay. The choice is yours. Nobody's being forced and all that. I mean, Jesus Christ told us that when we go to preach the gospel, a town that does not accept us, we should dust our feet and leave the place to show that nobody is forced. Right? But anyway, yeah. Till the next one. God bless.